Hello, everybody. I'm recording this as a live, but I'm keeping it private. And once it's private, I will click it to go live. I just wanted to do kind of a little play on Mary's game that she started last night. That's Blast Bash Your Stash. I think it's BBYS. And what Mary has done is she has 21 boxes in her craft room that she has gone through and took note of what all's in each box. And then she takes random.org and lets it pull a number, and she pulls that box, and then she lets random.org choose which item in the box she'll use, and so on. Well, all my stuff is kind of in boxes by subject, and Mary knows this. She knows I'm all organized and such for the most part, except for when it comes to Happy Mail Received. So what I did is I've created a binder right here. And at the time, Mary had said she had 20 boxes. So I put 20 pockets in my binder. So if she ever pulls 21, I'll have to use whatever's in 20. So the first box that she pulled, or the first number that random.org pulled last night, was 12. And so what I did is I went through my book and I found, see, I've numbered the pages. On each page, it's got a number, like this one's 9, 10, 11, and 12. Here, this was the envelope I used last night to create the cards. And when I was creating the cards, if I had any leftover, like the matting on the cards, I had some leftover bits of it. So I just put anything that was left over back in this pocket, and I have more Happy Mail in a tub in the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to just add some things, and I've tried to put things in these pockets that kind of go together or have kind of a theme. Like this one's like a black and white theme. This one's like purple and orange. This one's purple and pink. And so on. And what I have in here is things included. This one's a Christmas one. This one's an autumn. I've included parts of the envelopes that were mailed to me. I've included little added-on things, like Ruth made me this sweet little girl, and this is my red box, or my red, white, and blue box, and so on. This one's pink. This one's kind of a blue, green, and purple. So you can see everything has a theme. This pocket's nothing but fabric project stuff. So whenever she pulls 5, I'll have to pull out my fabric journal and do a page in there. And I have all of these lovely bits from several people, Janet Nash, and I can't remember who all's in here. And this was like the theme is yellow and green and blue. And this is rainbow because it's got things with rainbows. Well, these are the cards I made with the items that were in number 12. This one actually goes this way. So I just made some cards. So I used cardstock out of my stash. And then on top of it, I've got the darker yellow you see in the background is stamped images off an envelope I think Beth sent me. And then somebody else sent me this pretty stitched tissue paper, and I used a craft cardstock. So I put this down, then I put the tissue paper over top, and then somebody sent me some real pretty old looking pictures of ephemera, and these 4 were all together, so I cut them apart. And I just included one of those, and that was a really quick card. So I made 4 cards using the items that were in the number 12 pocket. Well, then Mary went on and pulled a couple more numbers So we'll set these aside because this is what I made last night. And I wrote down here, Mary pulled box 13 and 16. So if we go to my pocket 13, let's see what's in pocket 13. This one will be an easy project. I've got a little bit of tissue. And I was thinking, so that would be empty, and I can go to I have a tub of Happy Mail in the back, which I'm going to work on between now and next Sunday when Mary comes on again and does this game again, or whenever she does the game again, I'll have refilled the pockets. But I got to thinking how fun it would be if I just did arcads, but do big arcads, because I have these here, these larger index cards. So I thought I could make a book and then sew it together. So I'm going to just keep a piece of that out, and the rest of these I'll put in the pocket that's at the front of my notebook, so I'll always have some ready to go. All right, so let's see, what can we do with these few little pieces here? Well, we've got this that's a little bit darker than the rest, so I think I'll glue it down first. Then I can put this piece over top, and that kind of subdues that. Actually, it's kind of got a crease in it, so I'm just going to tear it just like this. And this is all about using your stash. So I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to do a dry fit before I get going too crazy. This was off the back of an envelope. So if I kind of put that on here like that, or do I want to move this over here? This is why I like to do it kind of a dry fit. All right, I'm going to go back with this over here. Bear with me, guys. All right, I'll trim this little bit here, like so. We'll trim this off just a little bit off the end, like that. And maybe I'll just make this straight across where the washi tape is. All right. Let this come right up like that. And then I've got a little piece of this that I could put over here. So technically this is in 3 places. And then I've got a little clock that I could put off to the side here. And that could be quite interesting. And then I would put these tiny little pieces back in pocket 13. So let's put this together real quick. Let me see, what's the best way to do this? I'm thinking a glue stick, because if I use a wet medium on that vellum, it's gonna be a real mess. So I got a glue stick here. All right, so I think I've got it in my head as to how I want it to go. And on the back, I can write that it's Mary's idea or Mary's game. And I can put that I used pocket 13 and the date and my name. And let's see, is this shiny on one side and smooth on the other? No. I don't know how this is going to look after I put glue on it, but I'm going for it. We'll just glue this down here. And I think I might have time enough to do another one. So see, these don't have to be lengthy or involved. In fact, I could take this and turn it into a card and send it to someone. I then am using my stash, but I am also sharing it with a friend that could just use it in a journal. I want this over here a bit. And the glue stick seems to be working really well with this paper. So I'm not sure who sent this to me. Once it makes it into that, I'm sure I've thanked everybody that sent me stuff. But if you see something I've received from you, know that I appreciate it. But once it makes it into that notebook, it's mixed up with everybody else's, and I don't remember, exactly who sent every little item always. And if you wanted to, you could take this to your sewing machine and sew around the edges. I'm going to fold this because it's getting all goofy. Actually, I could use up here. So that was number 13. And let's do another one because this is going so quickly. Now that I've decided to do arcads with these, I will take note that it's pocket 13, and then I'll add the rest of the details later. I can go in and add a quote or a saying to this later if I want to. We want to leave room enough for our clock. And if it starts coming up, I'll put it some more glue on it. I could have done a little bit of inking on the edges and that kind of thing. I could definitely add a word or a phrase. Let me see. I've got some that's on sticker paper right over here. I'll grab that. I actually should put some of those that are stickers into my book, and then that way they'd be ready to go. Howard's looking at me like, don't you touch me with that wet one, Mama. Not that one. That one's... There we go. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Here's some words. And they're done on sticker paper, so I can just cut them out and lay them down, and they're black and white, so they'll fit right on here. Oh, this one talks about time. So let's use that one. It says, creative people need time to just sit around and do nothing. What I can do is cut these apart and go through my book and stick one in each page. And then I will have something in every page. That I can use as a saying. That's not wanting to stick right there. Pull out the glue stick. I'll stick that down there. I think I want to trim a little bit closer. Creative people need time to sit around and do nothing. I think that equates to we need time to come up with ideas. You don't have to constantly be in motion to come up with ideas and all of that. If you just sit and watch the world go around, sometimes that's what you need. All right, maybe we'll put this one up higher. That's the beauty of using the stickers. You can move them around a little bit. So now the trick is to get the backing paper off when you've trimmed so close. Oh, about got it. All right. And I create I look on Pinterest for quotes, and I create these sheets of quotes, and then I print them off on the sticker paper. So I have quotes ready to go. So you can do a simple page to use your stash, or you can do big, elaborate projects with lots of your stash. Like I was thinking how fun it would be to do a Christmas journal using things from my Happy Mail stash. All right. So I'm going to call that one good there. And on the back, I'll write that this was from pocket 13. Pocket number 13 using Mary's Game BBYS. Blast Bash Your Stash. So there's that one. So now let's see. I can check 13 off, and she also did 16. So let's see what I have in my 16 pile. I'll go through. Oh, I need to, let's just put one strip of these in 13 so it'll be in there. Remember, I put my scraps that I have left that I didn't use the first time back in the pocket. So let me do that real quick so I don't mix them up. Really doesn't matter because it's kind of a mixed up mesh anyway, but this way I can put some sayings in 13 now. So I'm adding something from my stash that'll get used. And I got 2 little pieces of that sweet tissue paper. So then we need 16. Oh, 16 has things from Journey in it. This is going to be fun. Pull everything out that's in 16. And I won't have to add a quote because Journey already has words on here. This card has lines on the back. So I'm going to put this here. And because this is going to be dimensional, I'm going to go ahead and write on the back. This is going to be pocket 16 using Mary's Game. Mary's BBYS game. I'll put the date up here. It's 8/2/2021. 8/2/21. All right, so let's see what she's got in here. What kind of goodies can I use? This was off her envelope. So that would fit on there just like that. And then I've got this wonderful, these are envelopes. So I don't really want to use them this time. Those will go back in the pocket. But see, I could stick this here. Wouldn't even need that big of a piece. And if we tear it, that'll give us a little grungy edge sticking up. In fact, I think I want to tear just a little bit, if I can, off the envelope to give it a more, and this little bit will go back in the envelope. I'm just going to put that back in the envelope. I might leave the bottom squared off. And we'll stick this in there. What else do we have? This has got some texture to it. Maybe just a little piece of it sticking out as well. And we'll layer up some more. Just kind of stick that in there. I also have these coffee filters, but I think I'm going to save them for the next project. And this is so much darker than what I have here. I'm going to save that for the next project. But then there's this little bit of the envelope where she had stitched it. I think I'm going to glue that down right there. So that'll be my page. That'll be the page. And you see how quick that went together. And I'll put all of this back in here. And all I have to do is glue this down. And bam, I've got another page done. Now I'm going to need a box or something to put these pages in to keep them from getting messed up. Oh, I can slide them in the back pocket of this. Yeah, see, there's a back pocket back here. I can go until they won't fit in there, and then I'll get one of my zipper pouches. That'll work. All right, so I'll just lay that over there. And this time, because I'm dealing with so much texture and everything, I think I'm going to use the glue all. So let's hold that there. We'll just use the glue all. And this should be able to go up real quick, and y'all will get to watch it. And I'm not having as much ringing in my ears anymore. So everything seems to be improving. I just need to be patient. But it's hard to be patient when there's a constant throng going in your ears. It's very hard. Still can't hear very well either. That's a real issue. I'm going to put that like that. Even including a cat hair. How fitting is that? At my house, cat hairs. All right, I'm going to sit this on here like so. So I can see where this needs to go. So right about there. All right. And I could have inked the edges a little bit more, and that would have used some ink out of my stash, but I didn't think about it until right now. So guess what? I'm not going to worry about it. And I think it was about like that. Glue that down. And then we'll put our big guy on, our big piece of stuff here. All of that. Let's just fold this over. So see, I'm using basically her mailing envelope as it came to me. I didn't realize there were some little pieces, and I'll put those little tiny pieces back in my box, my pocket 16. So they'll be in there where they can get used. Beginning to think I have a clog building up in the tip of this. All right, let's stick this on here. Now, I think some of this, like these pieces back here, I don't know that Journey sent those to me. I think maybe Janet did or somebody else. But like I said, once they make it into the pocket, it's hard to remember exactly where they came from. So let's glue this up here. All right. All right, get my notebook back and I'll put those little pieces in to number 16. Looks like I need to go back and pull that tub out and add to this before next time so that I have a little bit more to choose from. All right. And I'll add more details to the back. These are going to have to sit here and dry a little bit. I'm getting a little glue seepage, but I want to make sure that holds on there. All right, so there's my pocket / box 13 and 16, as well as the pocket 12 items that I did with Mary last night, and I got them upside down again. They go this way. All right, so thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my take on Mary's game. I'll see you all tomorrow maybe.